Hey you guys, Double NKH here coming at you with another video where we are in Goodyear, Arizona, beautiful suburb of Phoenix, and me, Jen, and Gus are on a little trip. Instead of getting a rental car, we picked up this 1962 Ford Econoline. Jen is doing her own video on this. I'll drop a link to that down below. That's when we picked it up in Surprise, maybe a half hour from here. And she's gonna learn how to drive stick shift on this, hopefully. It's got the 3 on the tree, go over a few other things, but before she drives it, I gotta look it over and kind of do a once over, some repairs, things that need to be attended to before we give her the reins on this. So kind of just parked in this little parking lot back here. Actually, I don't know if right behind me is this really stunning mural of what I believe is a Lockheed Blackbird. And the Blackbird holds the airspeed record, 1976, of over 2,000 miles an hour. I forget exactly what it is, but super cool. Love the detail. Like if you walk up close to that, I don't know, is that a painting or is it? No, okay, that's printed, but wow, that's beautiful. Anyway, seemed like a quiet place to stop. And so let's give you the walk around tour, trying to not overlap too much of what might be in Jen's. You can see, you know, super tight vehicle as far as rust goes. We got a little bit of surface rust, but wait till you see underneath on here. And the body, you know, it's rough. The guy we bought it from, he got it off the second owner, so I guess we would be the fourth owners now. But he drove it majority of its life, and you can see it just has dings and dents and bruises and bumps kind of all over it. I'll just do a quick spin around. This mirror has been welded back on, but I love that it's got these like truck style mirrors with the wing windows on there too. Her side's not working right now. We got these slotted alloys, drum brakes in the front and rear, of course. 1962, so this is the second year of the Econoline, and I think Ford really nailed it on the styling with these. I love how it's leaning forward, especially the back is too. I mean, being straight would be better for more cargo area, but it looks super cool. Like it just wants to go fast. Old good thick sheet metal. Look at that. This would probably buff out and look pretty good too. Got some hazing on it. This basically replaced the panel trucks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. You can see the roof super clean. Oh, slipping. No dings or dents up here. Somebody did drill in one of the vents, which has got to be replaced. And we have anchors. I don't know if you want to tie a kayak or such up there. I mean, these are really bolted on, nice and sturdy. I'll keep sweeping around so you guys can kind of take a look, and then we'll jump on into the interior. These tires should probably be replaced. I don't even see a brand on them. They're just all-season steel-belted radial, 14-inch rims. Now, I mean, they're working for now, but I'll have to check. I saw there's a spare. I don't think there's air in it. Anyway, so diving on into the interior, you see the door's a little worn out. Those pins, when we opened it, drops down a fair bit. It's okay though, still closes fine. No, it's got seat covers, but underneath, yeah, that's what we're looking like. It's these, man, you guys are getting whited off in the sun there. These old blankets, and you know, whatever, it works. Missing the glove box. This is a blanket we had to put on because the engine cover just gets so scorchingly hot. In here, the insulation's probably shot underneath. Gus would destroy his paws on there, burn himself. The driver's seat is actually not fully bolted down, but here's a look. I mean, it's nice. You can slide right over super easy. And so this has got the 3 on the tree. Really sloppy shifter. All the bushings are shot and worn out. And actually, we're having an issue with it grinding going into the first and reverse too. I'll have to show you that here shortly. Once we dive into the mechanicals, there's an ashtray. It's got cigarettes in it, but it doesn't smell inside of here at all. The heater down low. I mean, look at that. You ever got to replace the blower motor? A few bolts. Looks, actually, I think it's just, oh, that's probably for inside outside air maybe. And then, you know, this works too. It's nice to have a heater since we're getting toward the winter. Paperwork. I'd like to show you guys some of this toward the end, but I think we got a repair manual, yep, and a bunch of original paperwork, which I haven't gone into yet. This is a mid-engine, so if it's raining or cold outside, it's no problem. You got your shelter, and boom, tried and true inline 6 We already checked the fluids in her video. You know, coolant was up level. We were about a quart low on the oil. But I mean, everything's just super accessible. You got to replace the fuel pump. It's right there. Coil's right there. Everything's just the starter. You could jump it from the driver's seat. Like, I've never owned a mid-engine. You see that insulation on the cover. We don't want that getting sucked down into the fan, the belts and such. It's got a brand new rad cap on there holding pressure, and the brass radiator looks to be in great condition. No leaks or corrosion. And I think this probably used to be choke. Cable runs over and deadheads right here. Check out this air filter. Yep. Ooh, okay. I'll probably try to get one of those. Wow. Okay, because it's been sucking all that insulation in. So yeah, that's further more the reason to get rid of that. Maybe I'll leave that task up to Jen. This should be doing hopefully some interior stuff in here. And there is the little single barrel. It's got an automatic choke that gets heated up by the exhaust. This thing's just fired right up every time for us so far. I haven't had to do anything. And yeah, hopefully we don't have to mess with that, right? Let's take a peek at our cap and rotor. I mean, it runs great, but might as well see if they're in good shape. Yep, we got points in there. Excellent condition. Not all burned up or corroded. Anyway, we could always clean the points and check the dwell, but you know, it runs good. Why mess with it? The regulator rectifier is mounted right in front of the radiator, so it stays cool. It's got the older style ones with the 3 solenoids, and there's that original wiring, so hopefully that doesn't give us any issues. We do have a fire extinguisher though, and the no power steering on this, or AC of course. The belt is pretty tight, but I was just grabbing it and the other day, and I feel a few of the little knobs are missing, so we'll get a new belt for it too. Generators right down there. I don't think this is the right intake, because when I was getting it back on, it didn't really sit on there, and it kind of, it's probably not the right one, or not the right carburetor. And just touching on the rest of the cabin, would be nice to get a windshield, because this crack kind of blinds you as the sun hits it. We got visors, which is sweet, though, to keep the sun out of your eyes. Got some pins. I hunt foxes, and hers has seen better days. Above your head, no insulation, so that you do feel the heat radiate down on you a little bit. And here's a look at the gauges. It's showing 99,800 miles. Oh, maybe that's 200,000. But the fuel gauge doesn't work. Temp gauge does, and so does the generator and oil light, which is a nice feature to have operating. And we do have curtains all the way around for privacy, and you'll notice it has wood paneling with insulation under it. You can see it bulging out there. Hopefully no critters living under it, but it actually stays pretty decent in here, a good temperature. And we do have a ice box, which is made by Coleman. Give you a look at that. I think we might end up ditching it though, for reasons I'll show you here in a minute. But just dump the ice in there. This has got some cracks in it. It's like, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's still holding together with how the plastic rots out here. But underneath this floor, there's space under here. You see how high it is? And there's a little pull-out cover, but it's blocked by about 1.5 inches from that refrigerator. And this is like, and this. Yeah, it's the fridge doing it. So maybe we'll ditch that at some point. On these doors, when you close them, you can't just push them shut. You have to manually latch them. So you could forget that. It's you don't have the modern conveniences of the newer Econolines. So back here, surprisingly, this door is not like bent, because usually when the straps are missing, there should be a strap. Oh, I just let go of it. That wasn't good. Anyway, they're not bent, and you get full access. We have all this storage underneath. Look at this. No rust in the floors at all. Moving right along, look at the mean face on this little van. Oh, I love it so much. You notice this passenger headlight is cracked. Somebody glued it, hot glued it or whatever, and there's a bunch of bugs in there too. So I picked a new one up at Walmart. Only $12.88. At the auto parts store, $28.99. What a crazy difference. Horn right here doesn't work. Jen said she's gonna fix that. And this is the heater right here. So this allows outside air in, or you can shut that. Of course, leave it open. We want all the airflow we can get. And over on the driver's side, well, you can see it, but this is the linkage for the shifting. It's pretty dry. We'll have to grease that. And these bushings actually look okay, but we'll see what the other ones look like. Here's our brake pedal with the master cylinder mounted behind there. It does almost look like a dual master. No, there's only one line coming off there. Well, that's why we want to do a thorough inspection and make sure, you know, all the hoses and lines look decent. Nice heavy duty bumper on there. Leaf springs up front, and look at this, guys. Do you see any rust? Okay, all right, there's a little bit of rust right there. That's, what's that, battery tray? I don't know. Well, speaking of, there's no rust otherwise. I mean, it is so clean compared to what I've seen out in Pennsylvania. Leaf springs look to be in great shape. Kingpins, we'll have to shake those, and they definitely need grease. Those are so dry. But instead of upper and lower ball joints, of course, with this being just a straight axle in the front. Is that a repair? No, it's just grease on there. It's just the older Kingpin style. Brake hoses should be replaced. The weather sheathing on the outside is getting dry rotted. And you know, they're probably from the 80s realistically. Other side looks to be about the same. Still not seeing a brand on these tires, but I did find the DOT 44th week of 2005. Well, almost 20 years old. A glance at the exhaust manifold, no cracks to be seen. See the collectors leaking a touch, a little bit of black soot coming out. Oil pan, wet but not dripping as far as I can see. Same with the transmission. Look how easy that is to replace. If you got to do a clutch or something, you know, that's I was telling Jen, she blows the clutch in this, no big deal. We'll just pop her right out and put a new one in it. Starter looks relatively recent. Missing one of the 3 bolts, which is not broken off inside of it. And when I say rust free, this is what I'm talking about. No undercoatings, all the factory spot welds in the frame. It's just so darn clean and tight. Same deal over on the driver's side, and brake lines, not a speck of rust. U-joint has seen better days, but it seems our yoke is actually worn out because the cups are just sliding in there. It's not sloppy yet. We're giving us problems, but we'll grease her up. The rear one seems good, but look at that pinion bearing. That is really loose. You see how it's going in and out? That's probably got a crush collar in it. I'm not sure what's in the differential, but you can see somebody recently replaced the fuel filler neck hose, and no leaks on the bottom of it, but when we filled it the other day, it started spewing out. Bad, babe.
What?
Real bad.
Oh my God.
And luckily it stopped shortly after, so it must just be a hose or fitting on the top of it. We'll just have to not fill it all the way for now. I suppose that concludes the underneath tour. There's more odds and ends, like the fact that there's no tailpipe off the muffler. We do got the factory tag on that rear differential cover, and you know, the bushings on the leaf springs, those are all shot but not making noise. One of the great things about this purchase was that it came with lots of spare parts, which just spent a few minutes going through, and I didn't find much trash. So the spare tire is completely flat, and I'd like to replace that. It's a Sears steel belted radial, and it's, you know, it's completely shot. So I'm not gonna risk putting air in it. We got a set of snow chains, nice high quality V-bar ones, and our other snow gear. I like this old style with the little hand cover. And barely fits in there, but good stuff. Lots of fluids in here: grease, oil, brake fluid. 2 spare starters. Who knows if they work? I would imagine they probably do. If not, they're great for parts. Fuel jug, carb kit. Not sure what's all in there, but it does have some pieces. Oil filter, more fluids. A gasket sealer. This is probably trash, but I just loved the cover on it, or the label. Check that out. It's pretty cool. This is definitely old school. Maybe some of you guys have seen this before or used it. Watching. This is just an empty jug. I'll keep that though. We got some light bulbs and sockets, brake shoes. I'd like to do a brake inspection. Oil seals, gasket material, and drive gears for probably the speedometer. All hardware. These are the straps for the doors. So on the rears, if we want to put those back on. And some colored pencils, those might come in handy. A Penske timing light, sold exclusively by Sears and Roebuck. That'll be cool. We should definitely check the timing on it. Some other spare parts in here. We got the thermostat and housing, cast iron. A older fuel pump, but this one's rebuildable. I'm not sure if you can still get rebuild kits for these, but that's pretty sweet. A spare water pump, you know, obviously it was replaced for a reason, but this could get you out of a jam if the one in there now just completely blew out. And lots of other hardware. Spark plugs, we'll probably throw a set in there. Wires, belts. I think we're gonna go ahead and use this Dayco Dynaflex heavy duty automotive V-belt made in USA, because this is older, but it's actually, you know, it's in perfect condition. So if that's the right belt for it, we'll go ahead and use that. We got some what looks like the rad hoses and other spare hoses, soft copper tubing, the headlight bezels, wing windows. Bet you these could be worth some money, but we'll keep them as spares. Glove box cover, spare headlight. Let's see if that works. If so, we'll keep it. As far as trash goes, well, we had these cables and such too. We'll keep those, but not much trash. Just this old milk crate that's like, you know, just falling apart from the sun. Maybe I'll keep the steel part up top. Just rip that right off. Yeah, okay, so keep that. And the batteries from 2008, not even gonna bother keeping that as a spare. Let's pop her open, see what it looks like though. I bet you it's all corroded. You wouldn't want to even try saving this unless you were gonna properly rebuild it. Yeah, look at that. Water level went down and totally sulfated. Not worth trying to save that one. And we'll just drop that off at a parts store. Let's take a gander at our battery though. I saw it, a little box back here. Pretty sure it's gonna be underneath it here. Oh, our seat's actually resting right on top of that. So it'd be good to get that a little bit more secured. Oh, there's no seat belts in here either. So we'll have to get a junkyard and get something that works for that. Yeah, we got a Super Start. Good shape. I don't like that there's no positive terminal cover with the steel cover over top of it, but tight, not corroded, looks good. I guess I'll be careful putting that on. Now, some of you guys might be thinking right now, like, get to the point, get some work done. Well, I think it's important to get familiar with the rig that you plan on hitting the road, hitting the desert roads on, you know, because we want to know what we have, what we're looking at, what needs to be attended. Like this spare tire, yeah, if we get, maybe we'll replace these anyway since they should be replaced, but if we don't, for now, at least we have something in case of blowout and we're not sitting out there in the heat. I'll get this all loaded up, and I guess we'll start with that and then go do some other maintenance. Because I am cooking out here. It's like you don't even sweat that much because it's so dry, but I'm just getting dehydrated and gotta go get some water. Speaking of being hot, I just heard these sprinklers turn on over here. Yes. Ah, that's nice. You got the shade and just getting, this is where it's at right here. Instant relief. Look, they have a mini runway over here. Check that out. Kind of cool. I don't even know what this place is. It's like, could look it up. Looks like they have some turbofan inlets over here too, or something. Oh yeah, these big aluminum rings go on the jet engine. Wow, that's pretty neat. Not to be a peeper or get nosy, but I've seen this door open over here the whole time in a broken window on this giant hangar. Look at the doors here. I haven't seen any action all day though. Like nobody's here. It's a Sunday. Off topic, you know, you guys know how we go. Republic Steel Corporation vertical lift canopy hangar door. Oh, wow, that's just a parking lot. Look at those steel trusses. They're like 12 feet tall, maybe more. Actually, I mean, this is like, I can't even tell you how ridiculous this space is. This is a dream right here. A parking garage, how about that? There's a glance at those hangar doors. Yeah, I bet they still function just fine too. All right, finally get to show you guys how this thing operates. And we are in neutral. She cranks right up. And belt squeal. Yeah, a little inline six just runs so smooth too. And listen to that. You can hear the exhaust leak a little bit. But real torquey. He's wonderful. The shift pattern on these is first, second, third and reverse. Now for first, you gotta kind of grab it down here because this top bushing is completely shot and has to go all the way up. And here's one of the first problems we have to actually address today, ASAP. When you push the clutch in, I don't get a ton of pedal travel, and listen, you see it kind of grinds going into gear. It's actually usually a lot worse than that. Oh, parking brakes on. Put that one here. Okay. But yeah, the clutch, not getting much clutch pedal, so I'm hoping maybe adjustment on there. Originally, you know, if it was a hydraulic clutch, I'd say a bad slave or master, but that's not the case with this one. It's just all mechanical. Really smooth over the bumps. It's just a caddy, I tell you. And you shift, let it drop down, go in a second. I don't know if you guys can see that at all, but try and get you a decent view. That's just top of second and then run her into third. That's it. No, not a fast vehicle by any means. We're passing a Goodyear in Goodyear. Lots of airflow through the wing window. It's very nice. No need for AC. You got floor vents down here too. And here is the place, Avondale Tire Center. Brakes work good. I'm about to take this guy out. Whoa, big bump. Jeez. And we got Master Track 205 7514 DOT 2018. It actually looks like a trailer tire, no? Oh yeah, it is a trailer tire. You happen to have any that are not trailer tires or no? Yeah, that's perfect. There's a Kumo. What year? Yeah, 2014. I'd rather this than a trailer tire, you know? A nice shop here. Got the old Wayne in-ground lift. Oh, that one's leaking real bad. I don't know if I'd want to work on that lift. I'm sure it's leaking. You guys see anything wrong there? Yeah, brake caliper being hung by the hose. You know, you do that in a video, people chew you out. But in the real world, mechanics, you know, do it all the time. 40 bucks for a used tire. I think that's good insurance. It was 10 extra for a valve stem, so they kind of get you with that. But I definitely wanted to put one on because, you know, those are like 10 cents a piece. And I forget if I mentioned to you, but one of the original reasons I was going through this whole thing was to see if we had a wheel key for these locks, which couldn't find one at all. So I was asking him, he wants 20 bucks a piece to take these off. I think we'll do the old hammer a socket on them first, but they also have a dumpster here, so while I'm here, I think we'll get rid of this Coleman box too. And Jen wants to keep this as a cooler for now, which would be fine, but this whole thing, it has just got to go. Not a good use of space, and I want to again get that door open. Any of you guys eyeing up this G body right behind me? Kind of a nice paint job, like faded lime green. We got a chisel, some wiring to I'm not sure what, and some other junk. Oh, look at that nail, that thing's huge. What's that? You know, 2 penny, right? Not a carpenter, but call that like a 5 penny. We got Josh Slocum's. Anybody ever been there? Or Magpie's Mom and Pop Cafe and Truck Stop. Channel 19. Good food, gas, plenty of auto parts. Pearsonville, California. That's neat. Green Trees, Indiana. I guess that's just like an advertisement on the old cigarette packs is what those are. Always fun to read them. This one's still good. Hamptons. Yeah, that's a much better use. How it operates as a cooler now, and we can open this door to get inside. Oh, we could. Okay, you gotta pull this one out first. Then you have full access. There you go. Plenty of great storage. Oh, there's a thermos or something under there. I know these carpets look filthy, but most of this is just kind of dried into like a nice texture. And it's got these sticks too, like this one is for locking the back door with that little latch. It's also great for grabbing stuff. Jen was saying the other day, like, why even waste your time cleaning it? I'm like, I don't know, I mean, living in other people's filth, you know, this could be somebody's piss jug, and it's just, I don't know. And one of the ways to avoid grinding going into gear is just like, I gotta go in reverse now, so I'll just start it while we're in reverse. And we don't deal with that grinding, but let's go fix that now somewhere else. It's not a dirt parking lot. You gotta almost just jam it in. It's terrible. Like if I press it down, I think we're just not getting enough pedal, like I said. There it is. Okay. Love this steering wheel on here. Old school, like steel with wood on it. Something Jen asked about yesterday. She's like, do you feel like you're really close to the door? It's jammed on it. And yeah, you do. You feel like you're really shoved over. But I suppose the reason is because we have the engine right between us, so we need room for that, you know. It's not uncomfortable. It's just, I kind of like it because when you're hanging your arm out, or you can drive with your arm on the window, like it's real convenient. This is all free travel, and then it grabs right at the bottom. And here's the pedal underneath. We got a grease zerk, and it gets onto this rod, which comes all the way back. Now the grease zerk, solid mount. The shaft brings it over. Yeah, it does have a little adjustment on this piece. Okay, let me get that a little tighter. 13 mil and an adjustable. Yeah, plenty of adjustment here. It's not rusted. The threads are just completely fine. Once I cracked it loose, I can rotate it with my hand. Let's see what that did for us. Oh yeah, so it starts grabbing right there. And now we're getting nice travel on the clutch, but still a good amount of free play up top. You wouldn't want to run her all the way down because that could, that would leave constant pressure on the throw out bearing. Let's see if that did anything for us. I'm really hoping that fixes it. All right, neutral. Again, you go in, go second or third, it doesn't grind. But here's the moment of truth. Up. Yes, we're good. That's all it needed. Let's try out reverse. It used to grind really bad in reverse too. Yep, perfect. That is that feels so much better too. Yeah, I don't know how they were driving it with having just that much pedal travel. That's one thing checked off. While we're under here, let's go ahead and check our transmission fluid because it seems that hasn't been checked in a little bit. All that grime on there. And look, it left one drop just sitting here. Now this is dripping, and you know, we have a gear oil bottle with pump on it. So let's not burn the tranny up. 99-cent wire brush works good. I'm guessing this is going to be relatively low. I mean, it's got to be because this hasn't been taken off in a bit. Unless it just recently started leaking. We are parked on a very slight hill right now, but yeah. Take our 20 penny now, drop her in. Oh, she's real low. All the way down about, yeah, all the way down here. So that's, I mean, it's a good thing we checked it. But it came with some new generation GL5 high point limited slip gear oil, which it is for limited slip. It has an additive, but it says it's good for manual transmissions as well. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. This thing's flowing nice because it's, you know, so hot out. All right, 30 pumps were coming out. That wasn't bad. I'm sure she's thanking us right now. The transmission, that is. And I'm sure the rear is fine because it's not leaking, but yeah, you guys ever hear that saying? A buddy of mine is in the military. He said that, oh, if it's leaking, it means it's still got oil. If it's not leaking, that's a problem. I don't know if you guys can even see it. All right, nothing coming out yet. Drop her nail in. All right, yeah, we got oil, but relatively low. Very dark black. It smells old high point. We'll top that off too. Yeah, she's pretty thirsty. Gosh dang, we're probably about 50, 60 pumps now. I think taking a lot more than the trends did. Okay, there we are. About 75 pumps per eye. And glad we checked that. Of course, the other place it could be leaking is into the drum brakes and over on the driver's side. We do have some oil residue, but I don't see anything coming out of the bottom, so if it is leaking in there, well, we'll check the brakes later. While we're parked in front of this store called Tools, the next one on the list is going to be the wheel hocks. So I did grab a 24 socket for getting our wheels off. I'm thinking since it's warranted for life, it's just be nice if we had a breaker bar too. I don't really want to hammer on this ratchet. There it is. Yeah, those weren't on there too bad at all. The key to it is just give it love taps as you're twisting on it. If you hammer it on like crazy, you'll end up snapping the socket. And as soon as you break it loose, get the socket off. That way you don't have to deal with taking the socket off later, or you'll bend the stud. Oh, this is great. It's got the different style. I've never actually seen this style. It's just a thread-on cap. Wait a second, I think those are just adapters for this wheel. Let's pop one of these guys off. I don't know what's going on here. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I think that might be the case. Yeah, they just have these thread-on sleeves and then the adapters that thread onto the studs. I can't say I'm a fan, but I mean, whatever. I've never seen that style before. I guess we'll put these back on because I don't think I'm going to find these caps anywhere. Last item to check for right now is going to be the brake fluid, but we got to park in a better spot for that. And we saw that master was just behind the pedal. It'll be somewhere underneath this carpet. Oof. There we are. Little steel access cover. Looks like maybe 5/8 socket. It was 17. It's all butched up though. There we go. Jeez. All right, we're actually really low on brake fluid. There's a closer look. I don't know how well you can see, but it's pretty darn low. Drop the Leatherman in. We got about a ½ inch on the fluid level. So yeah, very glad I checked that right now. Because again, if we blew out one of the wheel cylinders or so, or get a substantial leak when we're driving, it's only single service, so we'd lose brakes altogether. We'll top that off for now, and then when we pull the wheels, we'll see. I was looking at around the master cylinder. I don't see any leaking coming out of that, but it'd be a good idea to just order a replacement too. But luckily, this vehicle included fluids. We got some .3 Wagner, an old steel can. Sure, that's got some moisture sucked up into it. Then again, we're in the desert. Yeah, it looks fine. Ooh. All right, there we go. Good to go for now. Got her just a hair below the threads. Definitely be checking on that each day. Yeah, because if you don't check it, even a small leak could just end to complete failure. It gets soft, and of course, if you pump them up, you'd probably be all right to stop, but still. I was just thinking now, having that good used spare tire is useless if I don't have lug nuts. So in all my searches high and low, I did find 2 of them. Not sure if they fit, but let's pull one of these wheels, take a look at the brakes and the situation here. I think those stupid uni lugs. Don't like these. Oh, and they're just barely on there too. It's just hand threaded on. How about that? Not that it would matter, but it's just, I don't know. I forget if I mentioned to you guys, but this is, a workcation. Kind of doing some vacationing too, so looking forward to getting back to the motel, going to pool. I actually got a 24-hour pool there. And Jen's back there editing, hanging out with Gus. It's kind of weird doing a video on the same vehicle, trying to really not do crossover stuff, but she doesn't want any of this repair stuff in hers so much. So I figured, I'm doing it anyway, what the heck, might as well bring you guys along. I have to loosen off the adjusters a little bit. I think we can get that. It just depends on how big of a lip. If the shoes are sticking halfway, you pull back a little bit and then give it a little love tap so the shoe can slide down. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, pretty decent little lip. Nice shape on the passenger rear. Plenty of meat on the secondary and primary. And the wheel cylinders, pull back the dust boots. No seepage. No seepage, but I do see some crusties coming out of there. No crusty rubbers, but hey, ain't leaking. So good to go. And these lug nuts do fit. So I'll go get 3 more of these. That way we can strap them to the spare, which does fit. Cool. All right, we'll be in business. For now, we stick with this style, and I'm gonna just tap each stud with a shot of the Blaster multi-loop. I don't know if you guys ever tried this particular one. You don't see it as much, but darn does it smell good. Yeah, we'll throw these chumpies on and rock them for now. Good with it. That's it. Half by 20. And there you go. $8 well spent. I'll tie those on this piece of metal along with the old 2 ones. Tie it onto the spare tire. Hopefully we don't need it, right? Yes, it would have been fine rocking it with just 2 lug nuts, but not when you have other people in the car with you. Just stop back at home base and cool down a little bit. We got Princess parking right in front of our room. Ooh yeah. Jen said she's still working for a little bit, so I think I'll check out the pool. Oh yeah, nice break time. Even the pigeon just came over and he's trying to cool off, drink some pool water. A whole party out here. Well, that was nice, and now here's a speedy tour of our, as usual, messy room. Got these 2 working hard over here.
What's up?
Doing some editing on the Econoline, or?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Got the Goose Man. You ready for some adventures or what? We'll go hit that desert? Yeah. Oh yes, he's ready. Okay, all right. Yeah, so you ready to drive tomorrow?
Did you fix the shifter?
Not yet, but hopefully tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow. Or later tonight, this evening. After the sun goes down. It's a little too hot right now. Yeah, they let you in this joint, huh? They do. Some popcorn for you. Some popcorn for you. Nice guy.
That's the first try.
Decided to go out for a little cruise coming through downtown Avondale. Old liquor store sign, neon, it's cool. I think we will hit up this Mexican food truck that's open till 1 a.m. Look at this quesadilla and tacos for $11. Unreal.
It's a lot of food for $11.
Yeah. Right on the agenda this afternoon, we're gonna go vacuum this thing out. Can he get up there? And check the rest of the brakes along with greasing the chassis and some other things. Is it hot out?
No, it's fine.
It's this sun is what does it out here. It can be 85 or 105, and it's still, as soon as you get in that sun, it just murders you.
Where'd Gus go?
He went in the shade.
Oh, okay.
Don't you be going under the floor.
Ow.
Well, we stopped by a coffee shop, and they asked us if we wanted a pup cup.
And we're like, what's that? What's the place called? The Daily Bean or Human Bean?
The Human Bean. So it's a little whipped cream container with a doggy bone in there. Look at that. Is that good for you, boy? We'll probably have to give you that in two doses. Here, you can have the milk bone now. Here you go. Take that. It says, no, I want the whipped cream only. There you go.
Look at these little coffee beans they put on top. Isn't that cute?
Yeah. This will be the first time getting on the highway, I-10. This has got the perfect little pad here.
Is that pedal to the metal?
No, but yeah, we're doing 55 right now. I'd say that's absolute max speed in this rig without stressing the engine too much. I ended up stopping at this Superstar where it's like you have to buy a wash to get the vacuum. A little bit pricier, but apparently they're gonna help us with it and do it. So I don't know how happy they're gonna be about that, but check out underneath this plywood. These floors, beautiful. So we're gonna get all our junk out on the roof and get this cookie cleaned up. Getting the tire shine. Things got a little out of hand with the vacuum cleaner. I mean, this carpet is just so bad, everything under it. So we're gonna get some new carpet for the front, pull forward and do the rest of it. Guess we should have left you in the room, you hot pups. Cool you off a little bit. I know you hate that, but it's good for you. Well, that's what our seats look like.
That's what you've been sitting on?
Yeah.
No way.
And she said, I was like, this is really uncomfortable. She's like, oh, I know what you're saying. It's really bad. I don't think you really, truly understand. Got rid of the majority of the fiberglass. We're gonna just keep going to town here. There's nothing to see. I mean, I did want to show you these floors. We'll have to get a different carpet for this. But yeah, what you guys saw earlier, I mean, that's rusted through. Surprisingly, honestly, it's shocking, but yeah, it's all gotta go. Oof. See the holes in the floor, baby?
Is that metal?
Yeah.
That's no.
Underneath it is, yeah.
Oh man.
Rusty. Not terrible. Rust free.
No.
Yeah.
Did you write that?
No. Yeah, I wrote that.
What is that?
Gus's name tag. Good luck charm.
You didn't write that?
No, I didn't write that. No, I just found it on the seat.
This. You
Yeah.
just found this on the floor?
Just under the seat, yes. Look at that. Found the wheel key. No, never mind. That's something else. We'll call it baby steps. Got it considerably more clean, but I think we're gonna get like a different rug or something. It's still some work to be done. Continuing with the rest of our brake inspection, old hammer to socket on the wheel lock working just fine. As far as front end play, nothing side to side, just a little bit of wheel bearing, I feel, both ways. But if I grab the bottom real hard, I was glancing underneath and you can see that's the kingpin moving a little bit. Not too bad though. There we go. And I know we got no jack stands, but not getting under the car. Oh, interesting. Wheel bearing grease or whatever coming out of here. Looks like tar. It's just the wheel bearing grease spilling out of there. And you can see the bearing grease has been running down a little bit, but there's like tar on here. It's not wet at all. It's not getting on the linings at all. Plenty of meat on them, however, Definitely some cracking, and they should be replaced. I don't see any separation yet, but yeah, those have gotten toasty. And the wheel cylinders, no seepage past the seals. Let's see if I can't pop this seal out without hurting it. Give a little love tap. Oh yeah, wasn't in there too bad. Oh. Yeah, I can repack these with some red and tacky. As you can see, I don't know what you can see in there, but yeah, it's pretty dry on the grease. Oh, wow, get this lubed up. And normally we'd clean this in a parts washer probably, get rid of the old stuff, but it's actually kind of nice because it's super tacky, whatever was on there. I'll just pack them with some of this and it'll be good enough. Just push it in your palm until you see it coming out through the needle bearings. This will mix with that old grease and be just perfect. This is one of those items where if we hit the road driving a couple hours, you know, this might have bit us. It's got one of these old like felt seals. Let's see how that goes over the shaft. Oh, actually, yeah, that's fine. That doesn't need to be replaced. It's really good fit on there. If anything, maybe just a little bit of grease seepage will happen over time. But I think these brakes just cooked at one point. They were probably dragging, and that's what led to the spillage. We do have this brand new set of shoes we could at least slap on one side. Wagner Lockheed. But we'll just keep those as spares for now. We can grease up this kingpin too. You can see the kind of O-ring on the top that's supposed to keep dirt out of there. That could stand to be replaced. Yes! If I had the other side jacked up, I'd turn the wheel while greasing it, but that'll be alright for now. Got the same story over on the driver's side, just those heat cracks on the shoes, but no brake fluid leaking and just dry old grease. We'll re-grease that and hit all the grease points, the master cylinder pivot, the shifting. Only one that wouldn't take grease was the lower on the kingpin, and of course I ended up, since it was under immense pressure, ended up snapping off the Zerk at a 45-degree. Luckily the grease kind of had an extra tip. So I tried everything to get it out of there. I can't get it, but that lower is pretty darn dry. So hopefully we can maybe apply a little heat with that taking grease later. It was missing the spindle cap too, so I took a measurement of the ID on that drum. Maybe we can pick one up at an auto parts store at some point. And I just slathered some grease on that lower kingpin sleeve there. And lastly, looking good on the driver rear. Linings, no cracks, no leaks on the wheel cylinder. But you see this? Well, that one's rocking up and down. That would lead me to believe the parking brake's partially on, but it's not. And this arm is not able to get fully retracted. And that is because you see this parking brake cable comes over and joins at the center. It has this one adjustment. These cables are actually, it's just one which does slide through here, but somebody has the adjustment cranked all the way down, so we just got to loosen this out a little bit, and then both sides can release. You see, someone probably came in here and cranked this down just to get a little bit more parking brake action out of it, when really it just needed a brake adjustment in the rear, which we're doing right now as well. With the tension off the cable, you can see the shoe is now seated onto the pin, and the adjustment will probably be way off. When I removed this, it was pretty much where it had to be, but you see, now it's just loosey-goosey. So the adjustment was the cable. That's not good. So we'll get the star adjuster corrected, and we'll be good to go. Still a little loose. I'll have to get the rest of the adjustment from behind because it's got that lip. About 5 more clicks, and the shoes are just barely skimming the drum. Now some of these grease guns on certain Zerks can be a real pain in the butt to get off. Oh, you guys ever see those lock and lube ones? They seem nice. Oh yeah. The hook really goes in and out a lot. High performance there. I had a nice pull brake in Sunset. Now it's off to fix the shifter. Jen wants that a little less sloppy before she can drive on it. Let's try to address whatever's missing up here first, and then try to replace that. Yep, she's working the shifter. I started spraying a bunch of multi-lube all over this. Even though we greased it, these were a little sticky on the shaft. So go ahead to first gear. Me up and back. Boom, all right. So go to second. It's gonna take it out of that first gear. Shaft's gonna drop down, and that's second. And now third. That's third. And now go ahead to neutral. And now put us in reverse. And she's gonna pull up on the shaft and then reverse. Okay. As she was practicing shifting, I was hitting that with a bunch of lube, and it's working much better now. It's simple enough to put a bushing in here, but I feel like the shaft is dropping down more than it should. You see, 'cause the problem with driving this is if you get, okay, pull up and go back for first, but you have to make sure you get it in the hole and then pull back. That's the problem. It's dropping down more than it should. Oh, is that like a loose nut? I don't know. Let's try to take the steering wheel off. I thought this little cover slid back, but it doesn't. Let's try to get that off. Look at this. She sat on my hat. You pancaked the hat. Look at that. Oh, that was barely on.
Are you a dog or a wolf? What are you? Hello? Hi. Hello? Are you friendly? Who do you belong to? Didn't it kind of look like a wolf or a coyote?
There we go. Now we can see. All right. So there's no nut on top of here, but there seems like there's should be something in here, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like something's broken or missing there? You just have to go look up some pictures of what they look like. Hey, hopefully we can get a little bit, a few more threads on there. No, I think he spaced this out so this wasn't rubbing. Look at all that metal debris in there. Too, you see it? The other mechanism on here that was sticky before I hit it with some lube is this center piece. You see that? So there's not a ton of information on these online, but I think to just jerry-rig it right now, I'm gonna cut this Harbor Freight funnel out of my 88-cent funnels, and I think we just want to correct this part. We want to get that centered so it goes up and down. Here we go. That'll do it. No matter how you pull it now, it doesn't get caught on that jammed up down there. So here's first, and go to second. You just let it go forward, drop down. Second, third, reverse is up. All right, that's a little bit better than it was. I was just looking through the paperwork that we got with this. It's just got some tune-up specs and such, and then this is actually a Fairlane 1962 Fairlane shop manual, but I couldn't find shifting linkage in here in my brief search. So you got to tune it yourself. Automotive test tools, $1.50 by Car Check. Cool. Love these old reads, but you got to have the time to sit there and go through them. Over next afternoon, getting all loaded up to hit the road. Did some last final tweaks on the motor, adjusted the idle and such last night. And yeah, I got the e-bike in here stowed away sideways, so should be good. Let you guys know if there's any more breakdowns. Otherwise, let's go, buddy. Yes, getting that on the open road. She's running like a dream, shifting so much better with that funnel bushing that we put in. Everybody's lathering up in sunblock. Even Gus is getting out of the sun. See under there? See his little butt.
He tucked himself in.
But we got good wind flow coming through with these wing windows, so pretty nice. Off to go check a few other vehicles out today, and now, you know, we got reliable transportation, loaded up with all our tools, good to go. Kind of just taking the back roads as we drive too, because, you know, this is not great for the highway. It's nice to get off the beaten path though. Check out this guy's spot. He's got all those pine trees and palms. He must have some serious irrigation going on to sustain all that. Pulling off on this one side road, you can get a look at some of the irrigation that feeds all these green fields out here. It's this little concrete. Check that out. Oh, it's ice cold too. Amazing. Of course, I'm probably violating someone's water rights. I don't think there's any like pesticides or anything in here, right? Oh, nope. Feels good to me.
Why don't you write it down like the log flume?
Pretty sure somebody will call the cops on us. Water's a precious thing out here. Boy, that feels nice. You gonna dunk?
No.
You see they're putting more warehouses up. That's all you see out here is warehouses everywhere. Concrete structures built for life. Can't say I blame them. You want to go in the water? Oh! Can you swim against this? Come on, boy. No! Flat pops. Quick peek at this Le Mans that we came to possibly buy, but thinking on passing. It's Oldsmobile 350 in it. Man, that rose is like rock solid. Already runs. And, you know, she's pretty crusty. You can see there's a cloth top at one point and kind of got it all. Yeah, she's a little crusty. I mean, not terrible for what we usually see, but interior is actually not so crispy, you know, compared relatively. Like the El Camino, that thing was just completely crispy. Is that the oil dipstick for the trunk? Yeah. Oh yeah. No patches. It's just up top from that having a cloth on there. He was kind of giving me a tour of all his vehicles, but he's got some really cool stuff here. This Impala, original 409 car, SS. This is a survivor right here. Never had a paint job. Check out the underneath. Yeah, unreal. Unrestored. In the El Dorado video, I saw a lot of comments. People were saying like, how is that not a survivor? And I mean, the interior had been redone and everything else. I'm sure you guys can't see too well right now with this low lighting, but wow, she is a beaut. Speaking of El Dorado, he's got one right here. This Caprice Estate. A 69 Camaro. Yeah, these are all just beautiful cars. Out of our budget a little bit. Four-door DeVille. Oh, it's got a swap. And Cadillac motor in there. Got the old Indian. Looks completely original. And both of these Mustang Mach 1s are factory drag package vehicles, he was just saying. He's got 5 acres, and you can see, kind of living the dream. There's one other that he was showing me. I was thinking we could do a pretty cool video on, and that is this wrecker that he just got. He said he hasn't touched it, just towed it in. As you can see, she's been sitting long enough to get those crispy desert tires that just fall right apart. And our Chevy next to it, C20 utility. The big old gas air compressor, custom made tank, heavy duty. I thought this was a Centron over here, but no, this is actually a Vandora. Banks turbocharged. Wow, this thing is I always love these. Seems like just the ultimate pickup truck. I mean, yes, they look goofy, but I'll have to get one of these days. Got the square body taillights on there. And there's this Magnum. I don't know much about them, but it's obviously an Econoline. It says it's got a diesel. And love the maroon interior. Very stylish. Yeah, same situation. A van with a pickup bed. And what's that? Got the Aerostar taillights on it too. Of course, our little cookie fits right in. This might actually become her storage spot for a little bit. All right, ready to hit the road?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been ready to hit the road. I'm so bored. Why are we out here? He looks so angry. Crossing over the Gila River, which there is no water in. Just a bunch of off-road trails out there, as far as you can see. Look at that. Made one more stop down the street here, checking out this 67 Dodge Coronet. And unfortunately, a little rustier than had hoped. He said it was a Denver car, but it's got a 4-speed and actually a 440 under the hood. You can see, this thing's pretty crusty, so it's gonna need a lot more than working some kinks out and hitting the road. Definitely a cool rig, like it's got the hitch on it too, it'd be convenient. There's also a cloth top, and which brought a bunch of rot. Let's see what this frame looks like. I don't know how well you can see it too, but you know, a bunch of rust holes in the frame. You can see right into the trunk. So it's a pass on this one, and we're gonna head for Tucson now. Got a few other vehicles to check out.
We left town, no gas stations in sight for 50 miles or so. And we really don't know how much gas we have, and we have no backup gas. So we're just crossing our fingers and saying a Hail Mary that we make it.
No gas stations. There's one in about 40 miles in Maricopa. I think we'll make it there fine. There it is, like a pro. See that second gear shift? Nice. She's a natural, everybody. Well, it'll be a long way there. Bumpy ride out here. Suspension's getting a good workout anyway. This little pupper is just about dead. Gus, you still with us? Hey, come on.
It's not your time to go.
Oh, you're okay. Says I was promised beach time, good weather. Why am I on this trip? Gus, it's better than a beach out here. Come on, boy, you can just run free. Let's go. Here he is. Somebody's discarded stuffed animal collection. Kind of sad. Seeing them all there, rotting away in the sun.